Hi, welcome back to Embracing the In-Between and Inner Space Journey, where you can really go in within yourself and embrace the multidimensionality of your being, a place where you can step outside of the noise of the world. We're in a really big shift of consciousness, so it's a good place for you to relax. It's a meditative space, but it's also a place where you can, step into places that only you can go when you're bringing your attention away from, again, what's happening with the world as we become and step into our multidimensional selves. So it's a really good place, again, for you to relax into your body, be present in your body. It's good for all your bodies, your emotional body, your mental body, the physical body, freeing up space. And that's what we're doing for this session for I Am Light. And it's a good place for you to free up the space energetically within the bodies, within the energetic fields. Okay, so if you've been in here before, then you know how we proceed with this. If you don't know and you're new to it, I recommend watching the intro video so you get a little familiar more of what this is all about. Okay. But again, if you're familiar with this, you know how we start into doing and proceed with the session. And that is for you to have a space where as less noise as possible. Sometimes it's not so possible to, escape all the noise, but to get into your private space, either lay down or sitting up, and get yourself nice and relaxed. Have some water next to you, perhaps some tissues, anything that you want to bring into the space that makes you feel comfortable. Nice and comfy, cozy, a nice blanket over you, however you want to experience this, okay? So, and once you get all that, then you can proceed on into the space. If you have any questions about anything, please reach out to me. Make a comment here on the video. If it's working for you and all that. If you again want to have any questions for me, this is your space. This is your sacred space, and I'm just your guide. So essentially, you're creating this space, and it's a beautiful thing to embark on. So I do appreciate those of you who have already explored this. And it's okay, some people I find that there's many people that don't want to express that they came in and, took some time with this because privacy reasons and all that. But again, you can reach out to me through my website, my contact form, through email. All the information's in the description. So if you feel like you need to do that, and you have any questions or even comments how this is working for you, please let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback. Other than that, no, you can remain anonymous and enjoy the space in which is provided here for you. Okay, so I feel like that's it for now. And yeah, let's dive in. Okay, now that you have your space the way that you want it, either laying down or sitting up, take a good deep breath into your heart space. Breathe a few breaths in like that. And settle into your space. Okay, and notice yourself. Bring your attention to your body. We're going to start at the feet. And bring your awareness to your toes, the bottom of your feet, and work your way up around your ankles, around your legs. Keep going up, even behind your knees and spaces that you don't normally pay attention to. This is your pace. This is your show. So just keep moving up the legs and move all the way up through the torso, through your stomach, back and front. Just pay attention to sensations. Possibly you're noticing color, shapes, textures as you're moving and scanning up the body, the heart space, up the throat, your head, past the third eye, up to the top of the head. Go up all the way, about 3 feet above the head. Space above the head. And then make your way back down again. Perhaps you already have. Again, this is your show, so you do it at your pace. Take your time if you need to do that. And keep breathing. Notice yourself. As you're breathing, you're relaxing more into your body. Breathing, scanning your body, and relaxing. You may be noticing your other bodies, your subtle bodies, your mind. It's always chattering away. Your emotions might be coming up. But as you're focusing, you're really bringing your attention to your physical body. Just making notes. Bringing that breath in and releasing it out. So at this point, as you're noticing things, as you're breathing in on your breath of choosing, whatever you feel that does not belong in this space, as you breathe in, you're breathing in clarity, and you breathe out any of that cosmic debris, stuff that just simply doesn't belong in there. And notice yourself being present right here and now. Okay, some of you are continuing on doing that. If you can, be at that place out in nature that you like. Pick a place out in nature. Perhaps you already have your space that you've done before in the session. Perhaps some of you are new. And find a place. It could be in the forest, up against a tree, or it could be on the beach next to the ocean, or a river, or a lake. Could be up in the mountains somewhere, or in a canyon. Choose your space. It could be new. It could be a place that you've already been to before. Maybe a childhood space that feels good. As you're breathing. And when you have your space, be there. Be there. Sit on the ground when you're there. And notice your environment. Bring in your senses. Notice the temperature. Notice the sun, if it's out, or if it's daytime, or nighttime. Perhaps it's nighttime and there's stars out at clear night, or maybe it's cloudy. As you continue to breathe, perhaps there's a gentle breeze. Is it windy? Is it still? You could even notice the time period. What time period is this? Notice if there's a presence or presences. Is anybody around you? Could be someone that you know, or someone that's familiar from time before time. Could be a nature spirit. It could be a combination of all. To the left of you, to the right, to the front or back. Maybe coming into your awareness now. Maybe they haven't arrived there, but you sense them. And notice yourself here. And put a smile on your face. Notice how that makes you feel. Notice how that shifts something. Happy. Content. In the background you may have some things that are stirring. I've been there. But we're focusing here on what's arising now. Being here now. As you're breathing. Notice how the breath breathes you. How just by your simple awareness, you can co-create with your breath. And this is the co-creation of spirit. So notice now, I want you to bring up a figure 8 that's on its side. It's also an infinity symbol. And you notice that in your awareness, right in front of you. And it could be moving in a certain direction. It can be moving quickly or slowly or at a good pace. So as you continue to breathe, I want you to have that figure 8 to go on top of your head. And just do the best you can with this. There's no wrong way of doing this. You can't get it wrong. And as you see this figure 8 going to the top of your head, it's going to move through your head. It's going to move through your body. It's going to go in, and it's going to fill up, if it hasn't already, your entire body. So you have this figure 8 infinity symbol moving There's no beginning or ending to this flow. You might be feeling some sensations. You might be noticing some things that might be coming up in your emotional body, maybe in your mental body, some images of the past, longings, things you feel like you haven't taken care of or you need to fix, maybe anticipations of what the future is going to bring. Just noticing things. Maybe that's not happening at all. Notice how this is moving through your body. It's a nice gentle movement as you continue to breathe. This infinity symbol, this figure 8, it may be of a golden color, it may be silver, it may be multiple colors, it may be a certain color. Okay. It may be something that it's shifting as you're paying attention to it. Perhaps becoming transparent as you breathe. Nice and relaxed. Satisfied with this moment. It's okay if you find yourself dozing off, falling asleep too. You'll still receive the benefits of this. So take a good deep breath into the heart space, as if you have lungs in your heart. Now, this infinity symbol, this movement of light and frequency is going to duplicate itself and spread out into every single one of your cells. And your attention will be on the splitting. Now, you can't pay attention to every single cell, but at the same time you can as you continue to breathe. And be aware of this. You might be feeling an expansion, more relaxed, present. There are some cells that will join in, and they're coming from the far reaches of creation, places that you didn't know exist are coming. They're coming to you. And it's making space for more to come. They're changing your cells, expanding, breathing, bringing in light, feeling that love. Lighting you up. In with the new, out with the old. You're moving. You may notice that some of the figure eights or infinity frequencies within each cell are moving at different paces. Some fast, some slower. Some may not be moving very quickly at all. Some may be moving very fast. It's kind of like a conveyor belt in its own way. It's moving things. You still have that one big infinity symbol, figure eight, that's moving in your entire physical body. So there's multiple things happening here. Your attention is in a few different places at this point. You're breathing at a nice pace. You're noticing your breath going in, going out. You're noticing how this frequency of this infinity figure 8 is moving in your entire body, clearing things out, bringing in new. You're noticing all your cells have the same going on, each and every one. New cells coming in. We want you to pay attention to your environment where you're at in your sacred space here. Has anything changed? Has the temperature changed? Has the lighting changed? Touch the ground, touch the space. Even if you're floating on a cloud, touch that space. Perhaps some of you are tasting, smelling. So you can be smelling colors, tasting textures. Receiving information and understanding things that you hadn't before. You might be feeling lighter. You might be feeling like you're floating. You might feel your expansion, more expansive. Notice the speed of that figure 8 that's moving through your entire body, the big one. We want you to speed that up. It's going to be moving faster. As you're breathing, notice happy, satisfied, content. You might even be feeling a little bit of joy that's coming in here. There's no beginning and no ending. To your well-being. There's no room for anything that makes you feel otherwise. Not here. You might notice it off to the side a bit. But our focus here is on what has always been going on. The light has always been on. This is where we're focusing. The expansion within. Making space in creation. Making more space for more stars. for more expansion. For more life, movement. So notice now your cells. Notice that the movement is becoming in sync with each one, the new ones coming in, providing an in sync motion for all the other cells. And now they're beginning to pulse in a nice, gentle pace, in harmony with each other. As you're breathing into your heart space, I want you to notice that they're speeding up the pace, the flow. It's moving quicker. It might even be changing direction, going the other way. So they're moving very quickly now. Moving very quickly. Moving so fast that it's turning to light. It's lighting everything up within yourself. So you become that inner sun that's just beaming. Very present. Here and now. Nothing to do and nowhere to go. It's as if you're becoming the sun, which shines on all of life. Not just here on Earth, but all places, all life, everywhere. Solid. Notice the new life within you coming into being. beautiful light within you is lighting up places and spaces that you didn't even know existed until right now. Joy, the joy is light. It's simple, it's solid. Everything's possible. It is the crystal manifestation of all possibilities. You are light. I am light. I am love. I am I exist always. There's no end. There was never a beginning, so there was never an end. I like this. This is nice. I'm enjoying myself. Not only am I capable of renewing my own being, but I'm confident that I am able to radiate that, and it brings life. Places and spaces that didn't even know that it exists. They exist. Feel this within your heart space and pay attention to your solar plexus. Notice here that you're everywhere, but no thing. Lightness, spaciousness, it's almost as if your body doesn't exist, like it's not there, yet very present and solid. It's both. Do you breathe? Notice the flow. Perhaps you've gotten to the point where your breath is so slow that you have a nice pause at the end. Then you don't have a need to breathe in. until you do. Because you're allowing it to breathe you. This force that breathes life into all things is breathing itself through you. Steady. Watching how you feel. Noticing the softness, the graceful, soft movement. Even though it's moving at a high frequency, it's moving beyond what we call that speed of light. It's moving so fast, but yet it's stationary. It's an overwhelming sense of well-being. Like a blanket. This feels nice. It feels good. I'm happy, content. I'm satisfied with this. This is nice. I'm so content in knowing that I can create anything. I create worlds. I create space. I am the light. I am light. That pure goodness. I like this. This is fun. Nowhere to go. And knowing that it will never be done. Because it goes on for infinity. Eternity is a very long time. No beginning, no end. I am well. I sense my wellness. There may be some sensations of here and there. Past memories, circumstances, events, people. Our relationships. I know that as I focus right here, right now, I can change all of it. As my cells are regrouping, have regrouped, regrouping, have regrouped, changing, clearing out, bringing in the new. I have clarity here. And this is the all-seeing eye. I know that I have the influence as I focus, clarity, and precision within myself. I have the influence to change everything around me. As within, so without. As above, and all the well-being, who I am, merged with my knowing, infinite wisdom. And I bring it into my body. You could almost say that there is no into, and so without. So here, if you can, imagine the earth in front of you. So you're out floating in space and the earth is right in front of you. And breathe. Notice her. Notice Gaia. Notice this beautiful being that is breathing in and out just like you. Notice the well-being that dominates. There's a few things happening here and there in different pockets. It's creating more life. It's creating that which you couldn't see before. Perhaps here you can see what you consider the chaos, like a volcano erupting, if you will. Keep breathing. As the volcano creates land, notice the chaos of humans in pockets here and there are creating expansion. But we want you to pay attention to the vast well-being that is taking place everywhere. And it's matching that within yourself right now. Notice how the earth is doing exactly what you're doing right now. In with the new, out with the old. In with the new, out with the old. Expanding, holding the space. breathing. It's not really a doing. It's not really going anywhere. It's a being. It's being alive. It's movement. Just like your breath. You could say, oh, it's doing something fantastic, wonderful, almost miraculous. You could choose words. Notice this. As within, so without. Notice how you are in sync with Gaia, with the earth. Notice the synchronicity. Notice the balance. You are love. I am love. I am love. I am love. Simple. It's a nice exchange as you receive the love and giving the love. Receiving the love, giving the love. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Exchanging life. Giving life. Receiving there's no doubt. There's no worry. There's no room there. It doesn't exist. It's just a flow of well-being. Take a good deep breath into your heart space. Now, we're in many different places right now, experiencing this multidimensionality of who you are. And bring your awareness to the space that you chose to start out in. And take 3 good deep breaths into your heart space. And while you're doing this, notice your surroundings, your environment. Notice if anything has changed. If others have joined you. Notice your lightness. And there's no going back. It's only forward. We also want you to notice your physical body right now. At the same time, Notice your appreciation for who you are and everyone, for the life force that is constant, no beginning, no end, for the grandiose of the grand I am. All is well. I love who I am. So, as we come and bring our awareness to moving out of this space, I want you to move your fingers, wiggle your toes, stretch out. You can even open your eyes if you want to at this point, or you can simply remain in this space for as long as you would like, on your terms. Wake up and open your eyes and move on with your day. Or perhaps you're doing this at night and you're going to go to sleep and bring this into dream time. It's your choice. So drink plenty of water. Move the body. Some exercise. Do some yoga. Stretch the body. However that works for you. Okay, so bring these energies with you. And everyone that you meet, and everywhere that you go, will benefit, has benefited for what you've been doing here in this space. And thank you, 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 thank you. We love you so very much.